Hello, Capricorn. I just pulled some cards for you about healing methods, and honestly, what came through is so spot on for your energy. I have been working with quite a few Capricorns lately, and the universe keeps showing me that you have been carrying something heavy. Like you have been functioning and getting things done because that is what you do, but underneath there is this weight that needs addressing. So I asked the cards what healing approach would work best for you specifically, and the reading that came through is really beautiful. Let me share what I am seeing. The first card that came up is the Hierophant, and I have to say this makes so much sense for Capricorn energy. You know how sometimes people think healing has to be this super unconventional or mystical thing, but for you, the cards are showing that traditional structured healing methods are actually going to serve you best. The Hierophant is all about established systems wisdom that has been passed down through generations and proven methods. What I am getting from this card is that you might benefit most from working with licensed therapists, joining support groups that have structure, or even exploring healing modalities that have been around for centuries like acupuncture or traditional counseling approaches. Here is what is really interesting about this card for you, Capricorn. The Hierophant is not just about following rules for the sake of it. It is about understanding that some structures exist because they work. You are someone who respects mastery and expertise, right? You do not just want someone to tell you to manifest your healing or whatever. You want actual techniques, proven approaches, someone who has credentials and experience. The card is showing me that you might be drawn to working with a mentor figure or a healer who has serious training behind them. This could be a therapist with decades of experience, a spiritual teacher who has studied extensively, or even a medical professional who takes a holistic approach. What I find beautiful about the Hierophant showing up first is that it is giving you permission to heal in a way that feels safe and structured to you. Sometimes in the wellness community, there is this pressure to be super open and vulnerable immediately, to try every alternative method out there. But Capricorn, you are allowed to take the methodical approach. You are allowed to interview therapists until you find the right fit. You are allowed to want a treatment plan with clear steps. The Hierophant says your healing journey can have milestones and benchmarks, and that is not cold or unfeeling, that is just how you process and grow best. I am also seeing with this card that group healing might be really powerful for you. Not like chaotic energy circles, but structured group therapy or workshops with clear objectives. There is something about being in a space where everyone understands the framework and you are all working through a proven process together. The Hierophant energy loves community that is built around shared values and learning, so maybe a course on emotional intelligence or a workshop series on whatever you are healing from could be really transformative. The second card I pulled is Eight of Wands, and okay, this surprised me a little because it is such fast-moving energy. What this card is telling me is that once you find your healing method, once you commit to that structured approach, things are going to move quickly for you. Eight of Wands is all about rapid progress, momentum, things finally clicking into place. I am getting that you might have been stuck in analysis paralysis about healing, like researching different therapies, reading all the books, but not actually starting anything. The Eight of Wands is saying that the moment you take action, you are going to see results faster than you expect. This card has such hopeful energy, Capricorn. It is showing me that your healing journey does not have to be this long, drawn-out thing that takes years and years. Yes, healing is not linear, and you will have ups and downs, but the actual progress you make once you start is going to feel swift. I think this is because you are so good at committing to something and following through. Once you decide this is your healing path, you are going to show up consistently, and that consistency compounds really fast. What I love about Eight of Wands here is it is also about communication. So your healing method might involve a lot of talking things through, whether that is in therapy, journaling, voice recording your thoughts, or having honest conversations with people in your life. The wands are the suit of action and communication, so this card is encouraging you to not keep everything bottled up inside. Part of your healing is going to come from expressing what you have been holding in, and the Eight of Wands says, when you do this, it is like releasing arrows, they fly straight to their target. Your words, your truth, they have power. I am also getting that travel or movement might be part of your healing. This does not necessarily mean physical travel, but it could be exploring new ideas quickly, trying different techniques within your chosen healing framework, moving your body more. Eight of Wands is restless energy in the best way. It is about not staying stagnant. So if you have been sitting with your pain for a while, this card is a nudge to get things moving, to take those first steps, even if they feel small. Now, the third card that came through is Five of Cups. And I paused when I saw this, because it is traditionally seen as a sad card, but in the context of healing, it is actually really important. Five of Cups is about grief and loss, yes, but it is also about learning what to focus on. In the traditional imagery, someone is looking at 3 spilled cups, mourning what is lost, while 2 cups remain standing behind them. The message here for your healing journey is that part of getting better involves acknowledging and grieving what you have lost, or what hurt you, while also recognizing what you still have. For Capricorn, I think this card is significant because you tend to be so forward-focused. You want to fix things and move on. But 5 of Cups is saying that legitimate healing requires you to turn around and look at those spilled cups to really feel that grief or disappointment or anger. You cannot just bulldoze through pain and call it strength. True healing means letting yourself be sad about what did not work out or what hurt you. This might feel uncomfortable for you because you pride yourself on being strong and capable, but there is incredible strength in allowing yourself to mourn. What I am seeing with this card is that your healing method needs to include space for processing loss. This could be literal loss, like a relationship ending or a dream not working out, or it could be more subtle, like the loss of who you thought you would be by now, or the loss of innocence or trust. The 5 of Cups gives you permission to be sad about these things. Your healing practice should have room for grief. Work whether that is through therapy that focuses on loss, through rituals that honor what you are, releasing, or simply through giving yourself time to feel your feelings without judgment. But here is the really beautiful part of 5 of Cups that people often miss. Those 2 cups are still standing. You have resources. You have strengths. You have people who love you. Part of your healing is about gradually turning around and seeing what remains. Not in a toxic positivity way where you ignore your pain, but in a balanced way where you can hold both truths at once. Yes, things have been hard and you are still here. Yes, you lost something and you gained wisdom. The healing method that works best for you will help you integrate both the grief and the gratitude. I am also getting that this card might be pointing to the need to let go of certain coping mechanisms that are not serving you anymore. Maybe you have been trying to heal in ways that actually keep you stuck, like staying busy to avoid feeling or being overly self-reliant to the point where you will not accept help. 5 of Cups says some cups need to stay spilled. Some old ways of being need to remain in the past. Your healing involves accepting this and not trying to recover what should stay gone. The 4th card is Queen of Cups, and honestly, Capricorn, this is such a gorgeous card for you to work with. The Queen of Cups is the most emotionally intelligent card in the entire deck. She is deeply intuitive, compassionate, and in tune with feelings both her own and others. What I am getting from this card is that your healing method needs to include developing your emotional intelligence and intuition. I know as a Capricorn you are probably more comfortable in the practical realm, but the Queen of Cups is inviting you to explore your inner emotional world with the same dedication you bring to everything else. This card is showing me that working with someone who embodies Queen of Cups energy would be really beneficial for you. This would be a healer or therapist who is warm, empathetic, who can hold space for big emotions without trying to fix them immediately. Someone who trusts their intuition and can help you trust yours. The Queen of Cups does not rush, she sits with feelings, lets them move through, and offers gentle guidance. This energy might feel foreign to you at first because it is so different from your usual achievement-oriented approach, but it is exactly what you need. What I find really interesting is that Queen of Cups is also about boundaries and emotional maturity. She is not just floating around feeling everything she has learned how to feel deeply, while still maintaining her sense of self. This is a huge part of healing for you, Capricorn, learning that you can be compassionate and open without losing your strength. You can be vulnerable without being weak. The Queen of Cups teaches that emotional availability is actually a form of power. Your healing method should definitely include practices that help you connect with your intuition. This might mean meditation that focuses on feeling rather than emptying your mind. Journaling about emotions, creative expression like art or music that helps you access feelings you cannot articulate, or even working with dreams. The Queen of Cups rules the subconscious, so paying attention to what comes up when you are not in control mode is going to be really revealing for you. I am also seeing that self-compassion is a major theme with this card. Queen of Cups is so gentle with herself and others, and Capricorn, you tend to be really hard on yourself. Part of your healing involves learning to speak to yourself the way the Queen of Cups would speak to you, with kindness, with understanding without judgment. Maybe your healing practice includes affirmations or loving kindness meditation, or working with an inner child healing approach. Whatever helps you develop that compassionate inner voice is what the Queen of Cups is pointing toward. The inner 5th card that came up is Queen of Swords, and this is so perfect paired with Queen of Cups because it is showing you need balance. Queen of Swords is all about clarity, mental precision, honest communication, and setting firm boundaries. while Queen of Cups teaches you to feel, Queen of Swords teaches you to think clearly and speak your truth. Your healing method needs both the emotional depth and the mental clarity. What I'm getting from Queen of Swords is that your healing requires you to be really honest about what happened to you and how it affected you. No sugarcoating, no minimizing, no making excuses for people who hurt you. Queen of Swords cuts through illusion and gets to the truth. She asks the hard questions and does not accept half answers. So part of your healing involves being willing to look at reality, even when it is uncomfortable. Maybe you have been telling yourself stories about why things happened or giving people the benefit of the doubt when you should not, and Queen of Swords is saying it is time to see clearly. This card also points to the power of boundaries and healing. You know how sometimes people think healing means forgiving everyone and opening your heart to everyone, but Queen of Swords says absolutely not. Sometimes healing means cutting people off, saying no, protecting your peace, being selective about who gets access to you. Your healing method should include learning how to set and maintain boundaries without guilt. This might mean working with a therapist who specializes in boundaries, having hard conversations with people in your life, or simply getting comfortable with the word no. I am also seeing that journaling or writing might be a really powerful healing tool for you. Queen of Swords rules communication and the written word, so getting your thoughts and experiences down on paper could be incredibly clarifying. This is not emotional journaling necessarily, but more analytical writing where you examine situations, see patterns, understand your own behavior. Writing helps you organize your thoughts, and Queen of Swords energy loves organization. What is beautiful about having both queens in your reading is that they show you do not have to choose between heart and mind. You can feel deeply and think clearly. You can be compassionate and have boundaries. Your healing method should honor both aspects of yourself, the feeling part and the thinking part. Maybe you work with two different modalities, one that is more emotional processing and one that is more cognitive behavioral. Maybe you find a healing approach that integrates both, like somatic therapy or EMDR, where you are working with body sensations and thoughts together. The final card I pulled is Nine of Pentacles, and I actually got chills when this came up because it is such a powerful message about where your healing is leading you. Nine of Pentacles is the card of independence, self-sufficiency, abundance, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This card is showing me that when you commit to your healing, when you do the work, you are going to reach a place of real inner peace and self-reliance. Not the fake independence where you are just afraid to need anyone, but genuine, healthy self-sufficiency, where you are whole within yourself. What I love about Nine of Pentacles showing up here is it is telling you that healing is not just about feeling better, it is about creating a life you genuinely enjoy. The figure in this card is surrounded by beauty and abundance, enjoying her garden, enjoying what she has built. Your healing journey is going to lead you to a place where you feel comfortable in your own skin, where you can be alone without being lonely, where you have created security and peace for yourself. This is the ultimate goal, and the cards are showing you it is absolutely achievable. This card is also about self-care and treating yourself well. Part of your healing method should include investing in yourself in tangible ways. Maybe that means paying for quality therapy, even if it is expensive, buying yourself things that make you feel good, creating a beautiful healing space in your home, taking yourself on solo dates. Nine of Pentacles says you are worthy of investment and care. Your healing practice should reflect that you value yourself. I am getting that physical wellness is also important for you. Nine of Pentacles is an earth card, and Capricorn, you are an earth sign, so your body is a huge part of your healing. This might mean movement practices like yoga or walking in nature, eating well, getting enough sleep, creating routines that support your physical health. There is something about tending to your body with care that helps the emotional and mental healing sink in deeper. You cannot just think your way to wellness, you have to live it in your body too. What is really powerful about Nine of Pentacles as your final card is it shows you that you are not healing to go back to who you were before. You are healing to become someone new, someone more self-aware, more peaceful, more abundant. The healing journey transforms you into the version of yourself who can stand alone if needed, who can enjoy your own company, who has built something real and lasting. This is not about proving anything to anyone else. It is about creating inner wealth. So Capricorn, let me bring this all together for you. Your perfect healing path involves finding a structured traditional approach that feels safe to you, working with qualified healers or therapists who have real expertise. Once you commit, things are going to move faster than you expect, but the journey requires you to actually feel your feelings, to grieve what needs to be grieved, to turn around and face those spilled cups. You need to develop both your emotional intelligence and your mental clarity to be both the Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords, to feel deeply while thinking clearly and maintaining boundaries. And all of this is leading you to a place of genuine independence and peace where you have healed, not just survived, but created a life of real abundance and self-sufficiency. The cards are so hopeful for you. They are showing that healing is not only possible for you, but it is going to be transformative in ways you cannot fully imagine yet. You just have to take that first step to find your method and commit to it with the same dedication you bring to everything else in your life.